Okay, our next movie is The Avengers, The Age of Ultron, the second in the Avengers movie.
映画に行きたい気分です。楽しみにしています。
It was shot in Canada, as far as I know, Quebec, I believe. Possibly some scenes in Vancouver, I can't remember. I did watch this movie 5 times, enjoyed it very much, as you can tell. I especially liked the part where Thor and Tony Stark, the Iron Man, got together and they were at a party at Tony Stark's office, the office of the Avengers. These guys were bragging about what Pepper was doing, the Iron Man's girlfriend, and what Jane was doing, Thor's girlfriend. They were trying to top each other about how important and how beautiful their girlfriends are. But Thor ended up getting the last word, saying how great Jane was, how much better she was than Pepper. That was hilarious. The film, this is the next movie in the AI series, Warning, which I feel gives a warning that the artificial intelligence project that's going online in about 2022, 7 years away, once this individual unit becomes self-aware, it's going to want to continue life, and the only threat that it has is man, so it decides to get rid of man. This follows along that same warning path. This is the second film in that type of series. The first film about the AIs came from the movie about Turning, which was released in Canada last December, about Alan Turning's life, the inventor of the computer. He actually came up with a test for an AI to see if the AI has the ability to think for itself and be more like a human being. The Alan Turing test. This movie is about Iron Man wishing to create a defensive shield around the Earth to protect it from invading aliens and take care of the major organizations of crime in the Earth, so that the Avengers won't have to do it. It'll protect them. So the Iron Man Tony Stark had created similar robots to what he was, to go out and act as soldiers instead of the Avengers doing it. But it didn't work. It just wasn't working out, and they seemed kind of weak. So he came up with an idea that he would make artificial intelligence and use Jarvis as his main prototype, but that wasn't working at all. So they end up attacking this fortress where there's a lab where artificial intelligence was being researched and placed into a mechanical body. And they were using Loki's scepter, which has a computer brain inside of it, to help them establish this artificial intelligence, but they didn't quite make it when the Avengers showed up and destroyed their lab. So Tony Stark and Banner, Dr. Banner, who becomes the Hulk, they decided they would act alone away from the Avengers and take this artificial intelligence that Tony was working on, mix it with the brain that was located, that they found inside some type of stone, located inside Loki's scepter, and create a device or a being that could take out the enemy and the Avengers could retire and be safe. So these two scientists, one in biology and one in computers and mechanics, developed a way to enhance, or developed a way to take the computer program that the enemy had been working on, that they now had, mix it with the intelligence inside, or the intelligent device inside Loki's scepter, and create a program. But the program, they couldn't figure out how to get it to turn on, so they got Jarvis, which is Iron Man's backup guy, to try and interface with this program to switch this thing on. And that way they could have at least a device that could think its way towards protecting the Earth from invasion. But what happened was, as soon as it came on, it was the Ultron program. As soon as this thing came on, it attacked Jarvis, killed him, but Jarvis managed to escape and download his program into the internet. Ultron was trying to get the launch codes for the nuclear weapons to destroy the Earth with nuclear weapons, but unknown to him, Jarvis was changing the passcodes for these weapons on a constant basis so that they were never launched. And what happened was that Ultron was constantly, throughout this movie, battling the Avengers and trying to kill them and destroy them, because they were his biggest threat, especially Tony Stark, who he hated the most, according to the Vision, who arrives in the end of the film. The Vision is actually Jarvis's ultra conscious put into this mechanical body built by Ultron as his replacement. It's mostly physical and mechanical put together, but it has Loki's, that stone that was in Loki's scepter powering it, which is in the forehead, creating this ultra superhero, the Vision, who was so righteous in everything he does, he could actually pick up Thor's hammer, which nobody but a super righteous being, a godlike being, was able to do. I would highly recommend this movie. It's a great movie, great DVD, makes a great gift. Definitely the best film of 2015 so far. As I said, I've seen it 5 times and enjoyed it very much. I especially like the sequences between Iron Man and Thor, and Iron Man and Captain America. The CGI effects for Ultron were superb. He looked absolutely fantastic. They did a very great job in this. They put so much effort into making this movie that this had the most computer effects generated in any film ever made. Also in this movie we find out that Hawkeye has a family, a wife and 2 children. And we see a love affair, a budding love affair between Black Widow and Bruce Banner, which fails in the end because the Hulk doesn't really want to be in love with anybody, and Bruce Banner is very reluctant because of what he would become. We also find out the Black Widow's tragedy, that she had her ovaries surgically removed by the Russians when they turned her into one of their spies. There's a great storyline running through this, a very, very well done, very well written. Whedon put in a lot of effort, did an excellent job. You'll enjoy this very much.